Oh yeah, some things I forgot to mention on my other video. So, about my son. Okay, the same teacher, this older teacher, or whatever. I don't know. I think she was black, but could have been Indian too. I'm not sure because she had a real hair and it was like about past her shoulders, I guess. Anyways, so other than her not letting me in the classroom, she did some other little skeptical shit. Like, because my son didn't talk much, he didn't like to talk much, so he was seeing speech therapy and stuff like that. Which that sucks like a motherfucker. The speech therapist he had was like, "Oh, say bubbles, bubbles," and I'm looking at her like, he's like, "Oh, mommy, mom, say bubbles." I said bubbles, and he looked like he didn't want to say no damn bubbles either. So past that. Um, yeah. So this teacher, okay, he had this little IEP, which it doesn't matter to them if the parents are there or not. They really don't give a fuck because they're gonna write down what they're gonna fucking write down. So I think it's a little bit about them getting money any fucking way, because every fucking word on the flashcards he fucking said. Every She wanted him to read the title of a fucking book. He read it. Had him do the back of the book, and she had certain pages that she wanted him to read. Now he read the fucking thing, and what did she do? She still failed him. So I'm like, what the? I'm like, she like, but I just think he need to stay in the class a little longer before I pass him. I'm like, but if he passed it, so basically you little fucking her ass wanted to keep him in the classroom again so she can down him. Now, mind you, my son's been going to school since he was 3. He was reading on the third grade level until he went to her classroom. And UCP, oh my God, y'all give me an award because of what? Oh, great mother. I was arguing with y'all every other fucking day. Y'all had so many diseases going around that damn school, hand and foot. How every week in stomach disease or whatever? How the hell can every 2 weeks you have the same damn thing going around? Why is it you have kids on the bus that look like they had green stuff coming out their nose? So that's my opinion. That's what I was talking about with that. Okay, what the? I don't feel like wiping it. And okay, what was it? Then the other thing, this bus driver. I was staying in this neighborhood. He was going to this school. They changed it into a problematic school, a kid for bad kids and pregnant moms now. But when my son was going to it, they I think it was kindergarten, first grade, or something. I think it went up to 6, but I think he was in first grade at that time. Um, it was two things that really, really pissed me the fuck off. One, one day he gets put on the bus and didn't have his shoes. And I'm like, where the fuck my kid's shoes at? He went to school with fucking shoes. He should come back with shoes. Where's his fucking shoes? Oh, no one can tell me anything. So the teacher ended up bringing them to my house. Same teacher that wouldn't let me in the classroom to see my son. Then, another occasion, the bus comes. My son went the fuck on the bus. I'm like, where the hell is he at? He just didn't get on the bus. So I called the teacher. Oh, I don't know where he is. So y'all pretty much understand why I'm cussing in this video. I'm like, what the hell you mean you don't know the fuck he is? He got on the bus and now he ain't nowhere to be found? I'm like, what the fuck? And the classroom was only so fucking big. So an hour went by and I said, my son got on that bus. Y'all better locate and find where he is because you don't want me to come up there with my half of my family. So I'm on the phone. I'm calling my peoples and stuff like that, talking to them and everything. Oh, they was all ready to come to pick me up to come to school. And I called the cops also, because he was at the school. And I'm like, oh hell no, this is something ain't right with that, you know. And then the teacher called me back while I was on the phone with the police. So I had to tell them, never mind, everything's all right. So she called me and tell me, oh, I found your son. He was in the bathroom. You telling me that he was in the bathroom half the day, in the bathroom sleep? And I believe it. He snored a little bit. So I'm like, how in the hell you couldn't find him? How in the hell you couldn't know that he was in the bathroom? The damn classroom looked like a damn fucking small room in a 4-bedroom house. How in the hell can you not fucking find each one child? How you not notice that child was missing? You know what I'm saying? And how he can be missing half the fucking school day and he be in the bathroom the whole fucking time? That makes me wonder what the fuck y'all be doing. Ain't that why y'all have 2, 3 goddamn teachers in one classroom? So I'm like, some of these teachers, these bus drivers are assholes. Now, that same bus driver, he said, okay, our associate of mine was staying that I knew, and her son went to the same school, and they got on the same bus. So we went to her son came home, and he had marks on his neck, like lines like this. One was right here, one was probably like spaced out like this. 3 lines. So you know that's shape of fucking fingers. So come and find out. We go on and go on. I'm trying to find out what happened to him. And the bus driver, he said he don't know. And then when we finally tracked down, technically the girl, then they was in first grade, first or second, I don't remember. But anyways, turns out he got choked out by a little girl. Almost choked out by a little girl. Because they were joking around and she wanted them to leave her alone. And so she not choked one, she choked 2 out. About choked 2 out. When the bus driver, there was the older girl, there's another girl, one of the boys' sister was telling the principal. I mean, not the principal, sorry, the bus driver. And he said to the kid, I don't give a fuck. It's not my business. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what happened to y'all. So don't come at me and tell me shit. So I'm like, what the hell? When somebody kid get on the bus, it's y'all responsibility to make sure they're all right. And then, a lot of parents, because the kids is always coming home saying something off the wall, while this bus driver was doing off the wall shit or saying off the wall shit to him. So they went. It was like a big conference with a bunch of teachers and stuff like that. No, it was like busting the parents or whatever. So they wanted him fired. They did not fire him. Said they was gonna end of the school year because it's too close to the end of the school year, so they can't find nobody to replace him with. So because of the parents made some threats, don't know who, so I'm thinking that this probably just called in. So they made some threats. They made some threats to his ass. So they had a police car driving behind this motherfucker. They had a police car following behind the bus driver because they was worried for him that one of the parents was going to hurt him. The principal, her solution was, well, if you don't like it and you don't want your kid to ride a bus, well, just don't put them on the bus. I guess you're going to have to bring your kids to school. Because it's just nothing is out of my hand. There's nothing I can do about it. Had an attitude. Then I'm going to tell you a little bit about this principal. This principal was a wannabe model. Couldn't hack it at getting a modeling job. So how in the hell did she get a fucking principal job? And Every time anyone would go in the office, she was always primping with her hair. She was always looked like she was always putting on makeup. She was always looking at herself in the mirror. She had a screensaver on her laptop of her, several pictures of her just flashing by on her phone. I'm like, damn, are you a supermodel or are you a damn principal? What the hell? What did get y'all at? Make no sense. My point is basically y'all need to pay attention to your kids, pay attention to the bus driver, pay attention to everybody that goes on with it. And if the principal don't do nothing, go to the Board of Education. If the Board of Education don't come out, I guess that's time when you get a lawyer and sue. And then maybe they'll start listening to the parents out here, because it's just crazy shit that always goes on and never gets said. So principals do better, bus drivers do better, teachers do better, because it's a new day and y'all need to do better. If you don't care about kids at all, you do not need to be working as a bus driver for kids, as a teacher for kids, as a principal for kids, as assistant principal for kids, or any of that crap. If you don't like your job and you don't like being around kids, then you should not be a teacher. You should not be a bus driver. You should not be none of that. Oh yeah, updates on the dude. They sent his ass to a high school. He no longer drove for, after next year, he no longer drove for elementary kids. So, from what I heard, he got fired from there because he was still at his shenanigans, doing the same thing. And I guess I think it was either high school or middle school. I guess they wasn't liking that. They probably beat his ass. Who knows? He probably mouthed off on one of the kids, and they probably beat the shit out of his ass. And their parent probably fucking reported his ass. I mean, he was probably just doing some shaky ass shit. And so he got fired finally. But why couldn't they do that for the fucking elementary kids? Which were your little, going through kindergarten to 6th grade. So you know how little they are. You know how they probably don't talk that well and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Fucking care for people. Y'all have a nice night.